Welcome to ABC in the morning. We caught Mills lacking. I just saw that just now. Just there. Mills, how you feeling today, man?
Well, another day, brother. Another day.
Draft day.
Hey, man. Johnny Manziel. Sacramento Kings, baby. Top 10 pick. Let's get it.
Was that Weber?
Huh?
Chris Weber?
Yep.
Rockin'
we got
Nash.
Kings have the 10th pick in the NBA draft this year, man.
What's the projection? What's the projection?
See, y'all full of shit, man. We have no first rounder this year. F y'all.
Do we have a draft board of potentials?
We do. But just F y'all for even believing in me just now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You were passionate about that, so I kind of like let that rock. I thought that was for real.
I'm delusionally hoping we trade to get a first round pick today.
What do y'all have in order to, you feel me?
So this is the scope right now.
Here we go,
okay,
Billy.
we're trying to get that 20th pick from Miami. So a DeMar DeRozan trade, something along those lines to get that 20th pick. I like
the DeMar DeRozan trade is not even worth picks right now, brother. Respectfully. DeMar DeRozan is like he's reaching upon those status of like just undesirable things that you just wait until his contract dries out. He's damn near about to be vet minimum next time he finishes.
Who do you want though, so from college, from the draft board?
Well, it just depends on who's available. Like who I really want is gonna be gone within the first 10.
Yeah,
I really want I can't pronounce his name. It's Kaman Malak from Duke.
From Duke? Oh yeah, number 9.
Yes, because the reason why
this is where I come in handy. I know all these college guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
So here's my thing. If we can get him, then we can keep Sabonis, move Sabonis to the 4, whereas Sabonis got to play the 5. Sabonis to the 5 for us is a recipe for disaster. We're not winning no ring anytime soon with Sabonis to the 5.
Right.
Keep it 100% real with you, man. I'm gonna go. We can go ahead and look at some draft boards real quick too.
What's up with y'all, boy, man?
First of all, everybody watching, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all.
Brothers, what's up with y'all, boy, man?
Who?
That boy that don't want to take no draft workouts, man.
Oh
Ace,
my gosh.
Ace Bailey.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Millie. You watch a lot more college basketball than me.
No, I mean, do you want me to talk about his college career or why? I don't know why he didn't take more workouts.
Go ahead.
College career wise, I mean, he's obviously really, really talented with a ton of upside. He played at Rutgers alongside Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper was their guy. Go-to moments throughout the whole game. Like, he was definitely their best player, in my opinion. But obviously, I think the NBA scouts look at potential. And obviously, you see Ace Bailey with the attributes and statistics that he has, wingspan, height, potential. But I will say he wasn't the best player on a Rutgers team. That's no diss to him. He's obviously very, very talented. But I would be – well, I don't know. I really don't know what the thought process is behind him not working out for them. Maybe he just doesn't want to play in Philly, I guess. I don't know. But that NBA lifestyle, you got to go wherever they send you at times. You know what I mean? So
it's tough because so his agent is Sharif Cooper's dad.
Okay.
You saw what happened with Sharif Cooper when he was in the NBA draft. So like then everybody was like kind of mad that Ace Bailey went that route. And here's the crazy part. Even if you know you're going to be a top 3 pick and you don't want to work out, that's fine. You know, people have done that where they haven't worked out before. Where they'll go to the combine and they'll test, whatever. But like you have to take the interview. People are going to be spending millions of dollars on you. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm an owner and I'm spending millions of dollars on you and you don't want to come meet me and you want me to draft you, just off of the speculation of like, oh, it's Ace Bailey, I'm not with that. So what's going to happen is in that mock draft here. Let me go ahead and put the mock draft up real quick. Oops. Wrong thing.
It's kind of similar to the regular job force. If I was really good at one company, had a lot of numbers to show for it, and then I went to another company and basically was just shopping around, but I didn't want to go actually talk to them and take an interview. I just expected them to hire me.
Right.
I might be so good that they might just hire me just because it's valuable at that point in the draft, but they want to meet who they're going to be working with. And, putting their money behind. They want to at least have a man-to-man conversation for sure.
Absolutely. So you see here, Ace Bailey falls all the way to 6, which his destination spots are Wizards and I believe the Nets. So
He had the
6 and 8.
Predator.
I mean, but he said he wants to be the number one guy off the rip. Like that's what he wants to do
Oh, here we go.
On the
Here
NBA
we go.
team?
Here we go.
on the NBA team. Like
Here
he
we
wants to be
go.
a
And
star
what do you
immediately, which
and what is
is
that?
very interesting. It's very tough because let's say you go to the Wizards, you still got CJ McCollum there, you still got Chris Middleton, you got vets there.
Oh,
Like
there's Dylan Harper at 2.
Dylan Harper's like projected to go to. This is Ryan
That makes
Hammers. I'm gonna go
sense.
through multiple draft boards. There's multiple,
Wait,
but
so wait. How good
what?
was Rutgers? How good was Rutgers last year?
Not good.
No, they didn't make
good.
the playoffs
Not
of
good.
the
They
tournament.
got 2 top 10 guys.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm a little bit skeptical because in college, if you have two top 10 picks, you should be. I mean, you supplement that with a few average players, you should be at least at the top of the Big Ten, I would say. I mean, who else had 2 top 10 picks
That's
in the
what I'm
country?
saying. This is unprecedented. Damn near.
Only Duke. Only Duke.
Only
is
Duke, and
projected with
obviously they
Canupo.
were, them and Florida were the best 2 teams in the country this year. You know,
Right.
Houston, shout out to Houston, but that's just my opinion.
So the interesting thing is this: on all the draft boards is usually Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper 1 and 2, right? But my thing is the Spurs. I'm gonna be paying attention to them a lot tonight because this Spurs pick, they don't need a Dylan Harper. They have De'Aaron Fox, they have a Stephon Castle. So throwing Dylan Harper to that mix is gonna be a little interesting. Why would I throw a third guard into that mix? You feel what I'm saying? After I just traded for De'Aaron Fox. So that's really going to be interesting. Whether if they trade that, if they move that for this draft, I don't know because they have the 2nd and 14th pick.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of wiggle room tonight.
The Spurs got all that plus all what they already have on their squad.
Mhm.
They building some capital over there.
Wow, Knuple's projected 5. Wow, he's getting his respect.
Bro, I've seen Canupo go as early. I'll pull up another one. I've seen Canupo go as early as like 4.
I was looking for him. I was making sure that he didn't drop too far because he's elite.
good, bro.
He'll be a really good NBA player too.
But here's my thing with Canupo. Chat, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing I fear with Canupo is that he becomes a Corey
On-ball
Kispert.
defense. On-ball defense or what?
Yes, like, but he becomes like a Corey Kispert, just kind of just disappears to the rotation a little bit, or like disappears. Like in terms of the team he gets drafted to, like you go to Utah, you like your career might disappear there in the West. You go to the Charlotte Hornets, you'll be in headlines for sure because of the Charlotte Hornets. But there's a guy on this list that I'm actually shocked that's not on a lot of people's top 10, and it's Edgar from BYU, the 6'9" PG.
Oh,
he's good,
yeah.
bro.
Yo, he is very good.
He's good, bro.
I think he was number 3 for BYU.
Yes. Jersey, right?
Tall white dude, right?
Yeah, he's good, bro.
Yeah.
We were projected to take him if we kept our first round pick, but didn't happen. He's gonna be a steal. So I want to see if anybody else has him on their boards higher.
Trey Johnson from Texas at 3. He's just a scorer, just high level scorer.
Oh wow, am I tripping? Is Edgar not on this list? 30? Oh yeah, he's tweaking. Whoever made this is tweaking.
I'm not gonna lie, fellas. I feel like flight right now.
Why you say that?
I don't know any of these guys, right?
Hey, that's perfectly fine, brother. That's why we're here for you, brother.
This is how I feel during NBA combos.
Wait, I'm trying to zoom this in. Why don't you zoom it in?
I know Flag, obviously Harper, Ace Bailey. That's about it.
Oh yeah, this one has Edgar 19. Holy crap. Also, too, another guy to look out for is going to be Carter Bryant. Didn't have the greatest college career, but he's an NBA talent.
Where do you play?
Arizona. He was
What
their
number
wing,
was he?
starting wing.
Oh, I think I know.
He was number. Oh man, what number was he in college? Was it 4?
I think I know you're talking about though.
He's like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
Other than that though, outside like the top 15, 16, this draft is cool.
It's good, bro. I think it's good. Personally.
Yeah, they got Walter Payton all the way down at 25.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because they're basing it off age, bro. But to me, he's the most NBA ready.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was
Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, and Trey Johnson. I mean, I think Ace Bailey's NBA ready too. I think maturity wise,
How old is Walter Clayton?
20.
He's probably like 22. Honestly,
bro, that
How
is a
old
big
is Walter
jump, though.
Clayton?
Like 19-year-old me compared to 22-year-old me, basketball skill and IQ wise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get a chance to get in the league at 19, and they get to develop you for 3 years, while somebody's 22 already. They kind of obviously it's just based all on potential, but
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
Walter Clayton was a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, Walter was like the player of the year in college, arguably, but then you have obviously a Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey going earlier because of their potential and age.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
If he had 25, that's definitely a competitive draft board. Definitely a competitive draft.
Yeah. But my thing with the NBA draft is like, let's go to this second slide here. If we're looking at like just drafting pure talent, I think they try to overcomplicate it. Like you go off what you see, and Walter Clayton Jr. was one of the best players in college. So like I can only base off that. I'm tired of let's base it off potential. Let's base it off upside. Let's base it off that. I'm like, how many potential and upside draft picks have NBA teams drafted and failed on? Sacramento Kings in the past 10 years: Thomas Robinson, Ben McLemore, Jimmy Fredette, Nick Stauskas, Willie Cauley-Stein. Outside of Tyreek Evans, Isaiah Thomas, and De'Aaron Fox, and Tyrese Halliburton, our draft picks. I mean, even Keegan Murray. You look at Keegan Murray right now. Throwing DeMar DeRozan into that mix, it kind of slowed down his progression.
But do you think a lot of these times it is a lot more hit and miss? Like it's a lot more miss than it is hit?
With the potential guys, yes. The potential guys, yes. But like right now, like the guys on the draft board, go back to the top 10.
Got you.
I'll tell you like who's going off potential and who's going off of. Well, obviously, all these guys are going off potential, quote unquote. But like Derek Queen, like he's proven, you know what you're getting. You know, he was a great college player. Knuppel, great college player. Edgecombe, great college player. Trey Johnson, a little bit of a mix between like he was a great college player and he's gonna be like he's still young though, 19, you know. But I think like Dylan Harper, particularly I think the top 10, Dylan and Ace are going off of potential. Jeremiah Fears is really, really good. He proved that in the SEC, the best conference in basketball this year. So like there's a few guys you already seen it. But there's a few guys that are going off potential. I would go off of what I've seen more so.
So if we do go off potential, I gotta put VJ above Trey. I will go VJ at 3. His potential is, we're talking about someone who's an athletic wing guard who could play defense. He reminds me of like something like he could be a way more athletic Lou Dort, way more of a scoring version of Lou Dort at that position for Philadelphia. But I don't know what Philadelphia necessarily needs. I don't know if they need another guard over there. That's the only thing.
Yeah, they got some other issues that they need to work out. They don't need to throw another guard in the mix, especially with homeboy coming back after his
Jared coming back,
meniscus tear or something like that.
ACL,
with him coming back.
ACL, but
and you got all those guards over there with Tyrese, and then you got a mixture. I mean, I could say Paul George is a guard. They don't need to add another guard to that rotation too. They just need to stay healthy. That should be their main focus as an organization.
Facts.
Burke in the chat, by the way, he said, BLS, where's your Westbrook overseas jersey?
Keon.
Gosh.
Better worry about Keon.
You say you better worry about Keon.
Better worry about Keon on Sunday.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for today's draft, though, man. I'm excited, bro, because I just feel this second and 14th pick, man, something big's gonna happen for the Spurs. I can just sense it.
So let me ask you guys this: compare this draft to like another draft. Is this draft one of the best drafts you guys have seen in a while? What type of draft is this? I'm not really familiar, so I'm asking you guys, like, where do y'all compare this draft to the other ones in, let's say, the last decade?
Millie, I'll say the quick part. I think in this top 10, I don't think I've seen a more talented top 10 bunch in a while. What could potentially be top 10?
Yeah. I just let me look at 11 through 30 real quick.
You want to go 11 through 30?
No, sorry, 11 through 20. No, I'm with you. The top 10 is stout. And sometimes I don't even know some of the guys in the draft, but I feel like I know the majority of these guys. So yeah, I would say this is one of the better ones for me. I mean, maybe not like the top 3. We've had some crazy top 3 drafts,
Yeah,
but as far as just
2003 was crazy.
as far as just
90,
really good
96 was
basketball players.
crazy.
Yeah. But like, hey, watch out for Jeremiah Fears too. That's I'm telling you. I coached his brother in a camp a few years ago.
I remember watching him in a tournament.
Jeremy at Michigan State, but his little brother is a issue. So I think I'm excited that he's going. I didn't know he's going lottery. That's fire.
Well, Mills, it just depends on where he goes, though. It depends on what team.
It really does. It really does.
Because if he goes to, let's say, if he lands in Brooklyn, that's not bad because you got him, Cam Thomas. I don't know what they got over there. Might be a good situation for him. But then if you throw him into if he lands to a Phoenix Suns, I don't think that's a good look for him. If he lands to a New Orleans Pelicans, I don't think that's a good look for him, especially with Jordan Poole just went over there. But he'd be a good backup option to start. Like he'd have to start right away.
It's just so tough though, as a 19-year-old or just a rookie, for that matter, to get in to go to an NBA team that is paying the guy in front of you, Lord knows how much, 80 million, 100 million. You don't know what you're walking into. Right. And to try to get minutes from that guy or even the backup, like the NBA, you can really get buried. So I agree with that. So you can get buried in the bench. Yeah.
And then you have guys like Ryan Nembhard.
Yep.
Like another sleeper. Like he's gonna go late and he's gonna be really good in the league. Like he's gonna be really good.
I think so too.
And that's why I'm saying I think they try to draft too much on potential instead of just looking at guys that can really just go right away. He's one of those guys I'm like, if he drops to that 35 to 40 non-guaranteed contract area where the team's like no contract is guaranteed in the second round, that's gonna be a steal.
Yeah, I think steal for me in this second page would be Cam Jones out of Marquette. He's a problem. He is a problem.
And then we have late in the second round. Let's see if we have any more steals here. Dang, Knicks forfeited. Was it because of the tampering thing? I'm confused.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised Tyrese Proctor's going this low, I guess. Mark Sears, I think he's a mini Jalen Brunson. Like, wow, this page is actually really good.
Sears all the way.
Sion James, he's pretty good. He played for Duke, but he was at Tulsa. He kind of worked his way up the college ranks, but he had a great year at Duke. Duke was a powerhouse this year.
Yeah. I'll be honest. To me, Tyrese Proctor, I think he's right where he needs to be.
What about Mark Sears, though?
So here's my thing. So if we got to call a spade, Jeremiah Fears can go. But if Jeremiah Fears is projected to go top 8 on his list and he has Mark Sears at 45.
Well, Jeremiah was a freshman.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
yeah, he was young.
I'm not. I mean, bro, Mark Sears is really fucking good.
I wouldn't pick Jeremiah. I would pick somebody else out of that first page. I think Jeremiah is for real.
Off this list.
I would. I don't want to.
I would go Igor.
I mean, I just feel like he's in the top 20, and I feel like Walter Clayton is too. That's just what it is. They were two of the best players in the country this year, and I think like that is the potential to proven anomaly. Though apparently people just love the unknown.
Facts, and I don't know how Dink Pate is at 57. By the way. He was in the Netflix documentary. He's a Reebok athlete. Shaq signed him, I think, last year before the season. He was projected to go like top 15 before he got to the New Mexico. I mean, the G League. He was G League Ignite, and the team went away. They went to the Mexico City Capitans, however you say it. That is going to be. He's gonna be a huge steal in his draft. Whoever put that in the chat, thank you for catching. I didn't even see him on there. But like Dink Pate going 57 is actually crazy if he goes this late, in my personal opinion.
Well, that might be proof of how old.
Talk about potential.
He's young. He's like 19.
Oh wow.
Talk about potential. I mean,
pure potential.
Yeah.
So he left high school, went straight to the G League. Didn't go to college, and then he couldn't go to the draft the year. Like they were like, man, he's gonna be a top 10 type of player, top 15, but he was too young. He wasn't old enough, so he had to wait another year.
Oh, Chucky Ketburn's in there. That's good.
Where
Wisconsin.
Louisville.
Well, yeah, he transferred.
And then Janai, so like Janai Broom, love the guy.
I agree with this here. Yeah, I agree with that's another guy. He was like potential player of the year candidate.
Yeah.
But I think just translating an NBA game is a little bit tougher, maybe.
It'll be like a what's his name from Gonzaga?
Does it start with a T?
Timmy? Shit. Last year. He was on the team last season. Not this past season. Drew Timmy.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of another version, I feel like, of Drew Timmy. We're really good in college. I just don't know how it translates to the NBA.
Where the hell is he at?
Wait, what'd you say, B?
Where the hell is Drew Timmy at? He reminds me of like Tyler Harris.
He was killing the G League this year.
Yeah, he had that type of like love from Gonzaga. He had like a Tyler Harris vibe.
He did.
Like, where are the Magic at? Are we
57? Dink Pate, and then you have
yeah.
You also have you have a first rounder too. Wait, do you?
25. I think it was 25.
Am I tripping? Yeah, right there. Yeah, 25.
Liam McNeely.
Another team we have to watch for, chat, in this first round. The Nets have 27, 26, 19, 8. And they just traded for that another pick. So they have 5 first round picks this year. I think and 36. I believe they have 5 first round, 4 or 5 first round picks.
You better hit one out of those 5. Jesus Christ.
Oh, if you don't hit one of those 5, bro. I think it's 4 first rounds, and I think they do because that trade that just happened between the Hawks, Nets, and Celtics.
Yeah.
And they got another pick. I'm not sure, but they for sure have 4 first rounders, which is unheard of. They can potentially trade those first rounders too.
Jesus.
But let's get into some NBA trades though.
Oh man.
Oh bro.
Yeah, it's been
I just know about the KD trade, but
it's
outside of that,
the last 48
there's a lot of information going on in the NBA right now, bro. So I didn't talk about this KD trade because I really wanted to let it marinate, man. This is actually crazy. The Phoenix Suns are trading 2-time NBA Finals MVP Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, the number 10 pick in the 2025 draft, and 5 second-round picks.
They threw the kitchen sink. They gave it all up.
They threw a haul, brother. But I will say, 5 second-round picks is not that bad because that's, like I said, once you become a second-round draft pick, your contract is not guaranteed off the rip. Your contract's guaranteed in that first 30. So this 5 second rounds might not be as crazy as like a Desmond Bain getting like 4 first rounders, but that's still a lot because you get the number 10 pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
So Phoenix Suns, they have a lot to work with. You got Jalen Green, who you could potentially flip to a third team. You could trade him because you have Bradley Beal and Devin Booker over there. There's no need to have Jalen Green potentially in your starting lineup. You keep Dillon Brooks. You need a grit guy like that.
I'm still a Jalen Green believer.
You said you're not, or you are?
I am.
You are? Okay. Why?
They need to get rid of Bill.
They can't. He has a no trade clause.
Well, he need to trade him where he needs to be traded to. He doesn't play any games. He can't guard a parked car. And he over 30. So if I'm gonna work with somebody, I'm gonna work with Jalen Green, who's about 21, 22, whatever the case may be. I got Dillon Brooks, a guy that's gonna lead the team defensively, be the dog, and I still got Book. They still gotta address the point guard position. Who you gonna throw at the point guard still? You still got 3 wings in your starting lineup, and now none of them 7 foot. At least you had a 7-foot wing in the starting lineup. Now you don't even have a 7-foot wing. So I'm like, they gotta address the point guard position, bro. They gotta get a stout point guard to allow Book to go back to doing what he do best. But
yeah,
for the Rockets, I mean, they just addressed all their scoring issues with one trade,
bro. Think about this: Rockets were they're able to keep Amin Thompson, they were able to keep Jabari Smith, they were able to keep Şengün, they were able to keep Fred VanVleet, they were able to keep Cam Whitmore, they were able to keep I'm forgetting somebody else, Steven Adams.
Bro.
So if I'm losing, now I will say this: you're losing a big grit guy defensively, but this is where the vet minimum, the mid-level exception comes into play for the Rockets. The Rockets can go and try to get like I told you, Bielis, Just hear me out. This is where the Rockets can go get a Russell Westbrook. This is where the Rockets can go try to pursue a buyout from Drew Holiday and the Trailblazers. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like
that
you
makes
need
a
a
lot of
guy
sense.
like that. That will, if you get a guy like that, that'll fill this roster out. My personal opinion. 100%.
Millie, go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they give up Brooks.
Oh,
Dylan
Tari
Brooks,
Eason, I'm
but
tripping. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
they had to
ahead,
give
bro. My
up.
bad.
They had to give up enough. But yeah, Jalen had a tough year. I think career wise, he could turn it around. I like his upside a lot, but he just didn't have a great playoff showing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the league sometimes. Like the dude is what, 21, 22.
22.
It's his first time in the playoffs, and he went against the freaking Warriors, bro. A well-oiled machine coaching staff, and arguably the greatest point guard ever. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, golly, we gotta get, like, every superstar has failed
yeah,
in terms of not having a great playoff series or playoff game or playoff showing. I mean, to go at Jalen Green, I understand you're trading him for arguably the greatest scorer of all time, but I think Jalen Green has tremendous upside, bro. I know he was
yeah.
inconsistent in the playoffs, but he got tremendous upside.
Yep.
Like,
I do think
go
this
ahead,
is,
sir.
I was just saying, I think this is the player, though, this is all in. They truly believe they can get to the finals this year. This is
Yeah.
the all-in move. And if you think about it, the West is stacked. But all you have to do is get out that West. The East ain't as stacked as the West. So, like,
At all.
it's going to be hard
At
for
all.
Eastern Conference team to beat a Western Conference team in 7 games. You know,
Yeah.
so this move right here, they're one more move away from being legit. They need to replace this guy. They have a Tari Eason. I understand that. I understand Tari Eason. I get it. But you still need one more in the West. One more role guy.
Let me ask you guys a question. At what point do we start overvaluing these KD trades? Like, I mean, I understand he's Kevin Durant, but he's 37. He just went to Phoenix. He had Chris Paul and Book. They got bounced out in the second round. The following year they get Bill. That doesn't work. That was supposed to work. At what point do we kind of like, okay, he's not the Kevin Durant of Golden State. He's not the Kevin Durant of Oklahoma City. Like, and
Probably
also,
right now.
I'm
For
like,
this trade.
I'm not like the Rockets don't. Okay, bet. I still think if Luka comes in shape, I'm taking the Lakers over them. Oklahoma City's better. If Kyrie comes back next year, I got Dallas over them. Like, give me some other teams in the West. Like, I got like 4 or 5 teams over them.
Did you say Nuggets?
Then I still have the Nuggets better, and they have the best player in the world.
I mean, Rockets for the 2 seed though. So like they were the 2 seed with no scoring.
This
Yeah,
is kind of what they needed, though. You know, just with like him and Sengun are definitely going to be a nasty duo with Van Fleet. Like they will be. I think they'll be better, but he is 37, like you said. So it's just like you gave up what you were building. I thought they were building something really good, and then they're just like, oh, we gotta win now. It's like, why don't you just try to add on to your core? I don't know.
Because everybody's getting a year older. And you
right.
just added one of the guys that are really getting a year older.
Yeah, and now there's a lot of pressure to win when you get a guy late in his career too. You put a lot of pressure on yourself rather than saying, "Hey, we're building something. Like we got a young core. We got Jalen Green. Like, you know."
Well, that's probably why I feel like the reason why they traded Dylan Brooks, although he's kind of like the heart and soul, not heart and soul, but just like the defensive leader, because they feel like a men could take that jump.
Yeah,
I mean, like Tari.
Yeah, they will be good though.
Tari can guard. Tari can guard, bro. He plays really hard.
And you still keep Reed Shepherd. They kept a lot, bro. They didn't lose.
They did.
They kept. Now that we're talking about, they really did.
They literally kept the whole squad.
They kept enough. I'll tell you that. They got better.
That can be top 2 in the West again.
They got.
No, they're definitely going to be a top 2. Yeah, because they're young enough to play all 82 as if their life depends on it. Mm-hmm. And KD could kind of sit back and relax a lot of these games because he know a men gonna go crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, fellas. I'm really high on Amen Thompson and Sir Thompson.
Yeah, definitely.
Watching both of them in the playoffs this year in the first round, the way they guard and the way how athletic they are. I didn't know how athletic they were. They are generational athletes.
Yeah, like, great defenders, and they have motors.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing stuff that guys in the NBA aren't really doing as much anymore. I think they do it at a high level.
Yeah.
They play their role.
Brandon, appreciate you, man. Shingun plays like we thought Kaminsky would
Great
play.
pull.
Wow.
Kaminsky was nasty.
Yeah,
in
Kaminsky.
college.
Damn. In college? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaminsky was like that, man.
Frank the Tank.
So
he
wait,
was the reason why that Kentucky team didn't win, bro. I was sick to my stomach.
yeah, I was sick, bro. Them ball really was undefeated, and Kaminsky stopped that. But fellas, let me ask you a question: where do we have? What's the ceiling for the Houston Rockets?
Title.
Ceiling?
I think they can get to the
NBA
title.
Finals.
Yeah, they can definitely.
Okay.
I think they can get there with that roster we just said. Like they have the roles, they have all of the pieces that they needed. Last year, I don't think they could score well enough. Watching that, I know they played the Warriors, but watching the Warriors versus Rockets series was like, oh my god, it was like 80. It was like 2002 NBA scores. I was like,
Nasty.
wow.
Yeah. So who? This is the thing. Also, a 37-year-old Kevin Durant. We've seen Sengun in the playoffs. He's really good in the playoffs. He's a good finisher. Yeah, I mean, he led him throughout the entire regular season. Who's the closer?
Oh, it's KD.
That man right there.
I mean, bro, Shingun, he has to take a back seat, brother. Get the ball to KD. Everybody get the ball to KD and shut the fuck up. Like, that's what it's got to be like. Hey, yo, we got 10 seconds left. Give me the ball. Get the hell out the way. You know what I mean? No, ain't no way I'm giving the ball to Shingun for fuck no. Excuse my language.
Well, all right. So pivoting to the Phoenix Suns. Get a point guard. What point guard is available? Can they get a PG?
So D'Angelo Russell's out there, Chris Paul's out there, Russell Westbrook's out there, Malcolm Brogdon's available for the mid-level exception. But the thing is, though, you would have to deal a Bradley Beal, but then the thing is, Bradley Beal has 100% of the power. So if I'm a player with no trade clause and I say I want to go to this team and that team doesn't have a package to get me, I'm handicapping the team that I'm on currently. You can't get rid of me until you find me a suitable fit that I want to go to. And that's so hard to do. That's why I think the no trade clauses are like should only be for guys. KD, Bron, Steph, Giannis. Like guys like that should only have the no trade clauses, in my personal opinion.
But the Wizards were stupid enough to give it to him. It's not like he asked for the no trade and Wizards ownership and general management said, okay, here. Like it's not.
Bro, it's freaking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro.
And now he's able to use. Is he able to use it for the duration of that entire contract?
Yeah.
He should be only use that once. Like this is a.
Bro, Adonis keeps saying they're getting rid of Bill. Hold on, bro. I gotta look this. I haven't seen anything that says that.
No, that's literally him. When you are to Sacramento, he is with Devin Booker. Don't believe nothing he says.
Let me see.
Like he's complete Delulu. And that's
my
guy.
There's nothing talking about Bradley Beal accepting. What are we? Yeah. Only thing I see is it says that there's one or two teams that may be willing to trade for Bradley Beal. It doesn't say what teams. So.
Man, nobody want that, man. That boy, he only play a third of the season. And to be honest with you, he's not I've never seen him great in the playoffs.
Adonis said he will be gone. I promise.
Adonis is full of shit, man. Moving forward, where we at? Yeah, that doesn't even look right.
Rockets losing the second round.
Wow.
To who?
Lakers. Shit, I'm gonna be real with you. They still losing to Steph if they play Steph.
You think so? With that same Warriors team?
Yep.
No way. No shot. I want to hear what they have to say about this. Did Stephen A speak on this? I want to hear
Chums, it feels like we have been hearing about a possible Kevin Durant move for weeks now. How did Phoenix and the Houston Rockets come to this deal?
Malika, Kevin Durant's voice was heard around the league, not only with the Suns, but really everyone. His preferences were prioritized to an extent, and that's what we saw play out over the last 24 hours. His two preferred destinations, the Houston Rockets and the Miami Heat, essentially competing against each other, bidding on making Kevin Durant deals. And the Rockets, at the end of the day, made the best offer with Jalen Green, a prolific scorer, Dylan Brooks, 3-and-D, tough player, but most importantly, the number 10 overall pick. And why is that important? The NBA draft is on Wednesday in New York. And so it was very important for them to get this deal done before that point. But remember back at the NBA trade deadline, Kevin Durant was blindsided when he was included in any conversation around the league. now he had some level of driver.
Shams ain't saying nothing.
I'll be real, man. No hate, but he really don't be saying nothing.
Isn't he a
a
reporter though? Isn't he just a reporter?
Yeah, he's like a analyst reporter. Yeah, he's like what Woj used to be.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Woj
kind of
retired.
just like, yeah. I feel like reporters just kind of give the facts without many opinions.
Now Tyrese Halliburton torn Achilles, had surgery the next day. Just unfortunate, bro.
Unbelievable. Like game 7, can we just finish the game and then whoever wins wins?
Bro, I never
Sucks.
understood it. First of all, look at the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
August. ABC the board. I appreciate you guys making my workday go smoothly in this Florida heat, bro.
Man.
We appreciate you, bro. This is ridiculous.
August is making the world go round and we're sitting behind our computer screen.
Bro. W Walgus in the chat, please. W Walgus, bro. W.
Bro.
Phenomenal guy, man.
It's crazy.
This is why if I'm Giannis, man, I'll power trip my way to New York. Could you imagine if Giannis went to championship for the Knicks?
That would be fire. Giannis in a big market like that would be fire.
Bro, the Knicks' bench would be consisting of Grayson and Scotty.
Who would you have to give up to get Giannis? Like
the
whole, probably like the whole team.
And that's
you don't play the bench. No, well then again, Tom Thibodeau out of there.
Bro, so, you would have Scotty Weaver and Grayson on your bench.
No, Russell Westbrook will go on the vet minute.
No.
Yeah.
That's where we going.
No.
We're going over
there. It was just unfortunate though, because he was dealing with a calf strain, which is like the leading cause right before an Achilles is going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so tough, but you're in a game 7. Like there's no way you don't want to play that because you never know if you're going to get back there. But then it's like you're risking missing a whole year, never coming back the same. But you also win over a lot of fans respectfully because you went out there and put your literally career on the line. It's just unfortunate, bro. I think he's like 25 years old. Like now you got to miss a whole year.
Bro,
you don't know what your recovery is going to look like coming after next year. It's just a whole lot of unknowns now. Because we got to talk about guys that have torn their Achilles and when they came back, outside of Kevin Durant, who else really looked solid like that? I think Dominique Wilkins, he tear his.
All I know is this year has been the most torn Achilles in planet Earth's history. Like I know personally like 3 people, just friends that tore their Achilles in this past year. How many NBA players tore their Achilles? Like I don't know what's happening. Why is this happening? There has to be some kind of explanation for this. I don't know if this is a coincidence in this case. It's happening too much.
Wait, go ahead, B. What are you gonna say?
I think he's gonna be fine. I think him and Tatum gonna be fine. I'm worried about Dame. That's what I'm worried about. But I think him and Tatum gonna be fine. One, they're not high flyers, they're skilled players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Tatum dunk, it don't make me I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, he's not dunking on anybody. I think both of them gonna be fine, being that they're so young and technology has advanced so much. But I am worried about Dame Lillard. I think it's pace of play, Millie. I think it's pace of play. Especially the way Indiana plays. They downhill, fast pace, picking up full court in the playoffs. Not only that, you playing every other day in the playoffs. Outside of part of the NBA Finals, you playing every other day, and you got to pick up that intensity every time. And I don't recall Tatum missing much games during the regular season either. Tatum's a guy that plays every night. He probably played 80, 78 around of the 82 games. So I mean,
maybe that's what it is. You're just putting more miles on your car, because you know how sometimes they'll give this stat like this player ran this many miles during the game.
Yes,
like that number has gone up by a chunk in the past few years, I would say. Yeah, just because the scores. I mean, we're gonna get to a point in a few years where it's like 150 to 152 every other night. I mean, seriously, because a few years ago, we were not at this scoring pace. We were not, we're pretty steadily at like a 115 to 120 or something kind of pace.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kobe, appreciate you, man. Hard to follow up what the GOAT walk is, but ABC, what's the word? So what's happening, family? Draft day, let's go Kings. Going through an Achilles injury myself. Prayers to Hallie.
Wow.
How you got? What happened, bro?
Kobe tore his Achilles playing 1v1. Actually, it's on YouTube. I watched
That's
it was nasty.
crazy.
I couldn't rewatch it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I will say this though. Someone in the chat just said it's the shoes. Production is getting cheaper and cheaper, quantity over quality. It's not the shoes, brother. It's literally tight hamstrings, tight calves, lead. It's like a trickle-down effect. You gotta take care of your body. It's not really the shoes. I seen Cam from what's his name? Cam and Mace
Somebody
talking about.
yeah, I swear, I'm somebody just said Paul George getting traded to June's League. There's Adonis, man. My bad, Subs. My bad, bro.
Could you imagine if he actually?
Bro, that was so funny. My bad, Sub, brother.
No, you go. I was just saying. Cam from Cam and Mace was saying like, y'all need to stop wearing these low top sneakers. I'm like, low top sneakers have nothing to do, because even Kobe came back. He had the Kobe 9s, but then he went straight back to low tops. Like it's not low top sneakers. It's just the way you take care of your body. It's just all of this shit matters, and it's crazy because I'll say this, bro. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Pascal Siakam has been a part of the one of the most major injury resumes in NBA history. Should we break it down?
Go ahead.
All right. So 1 second, I have it on ChatGPT.
Wait, what? So you wait a second. All right, wait. Before you go, what possessed you to go through this? Like, what possessed you to like that? Just like come across your mind? Like,
I'll show you what possessed me to go through this.
By the way, while you're doing that, I have a theory on low tops that they're actually really healthy for you.
No, they're really good for your knees too.
Well, yeah, because if you have something that you're reliant on, like wearing high tops, that's going to weaken some part of your body. Whereas if you're playing with, I'm not saying more injuries may not happen, like rolled ankles, obviously with low tops for sure. But I do think it strengthens your ankle / foot. That's just my little theory.
yeah, I Cameron, I don't know what the hell he talking about.
Because if you play, like if we played barefoot, you know how strong our feet would be? Our feet
know.
would be so healthy.
I know.
You know?
This is what possessed me to look at it when he started rolling his eyes.
Oh my gosh, those edits were hilarious. I was like, whoa, he really summoned something for real.
Scott, we just witnessed Pascal sacrifice him.
Bro.
No, but what? But wait, hold on. Just look. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist. But I'm gonna start naming them, and you be like,
All
wait
right.
a minute.
All right.
So we'll just start off with the hell. No. This is no. Where's my list? Hold on.
But bro, I ain't gonna lie, that looks definitely creepy. That looks like he's part of paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Look at the guy in the back looking at him.
I don't know what's going on right there. But like Millie, he's like this at first, and he just like
Here,
I
I'll
know.
play the video.
Oh no, you're not
Like
doing
what?
that. You're not doing that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Bro, he really he got it was almost like something summoned him.
And then he had one of the best games of his career.
All right, so here are a few of the names.
That's when I texted y'all Pacers in 7, by the way, when I saw that.
No, you are such a cap, bro.
So look, but yeah, OKC in 7. So back in
accountability, you said OKC in 5.
Right, accountability. Let's rewind. I said OKC in the first round of playoffs. Held that stance the whole way.
Said Pacers.
Hold on, I want to get this off. Held that stance the whole way until Game 6, where I then before Game 6 I said Pacers in 7 only because I had them winning Game 6 as the underdog.
So which one did you?
So
have? Did you have Oklahoma City or did you have Indiana?
Well, I had Oklahoma City as my obvious that was the whole playoffs. I was like, OKC's the best team, and then you guys were like, no, you don't watch, and I was like, okay.
Nobody said no, you don't watch.
I have the texts.
Go ahead.
Don't listen to him.
Did I say
Go
that?
ahead, though. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who said it.
Yes, it does.
Go ahead. So.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when Pascal was drafted, was it 2015? Oh wait, I gotta make sure I get my timeline right. Hold on, Pascal. This is gonna blow you guys' mind. Pascal was drafted 20. 2016 cooked. Okay. Anyways, all right. So let's talk about the 2019 NBA playoffs.
Oh yeah, we know what happened there.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Pascal was on the floor when he tore his Achilles. Klay Thompson. Pascal was on the floor when Klay Thompson tore his ACL. Joel Embiid, 2020 playoffs. Took an elbow from Siakam.
We
Over the
can't
back.
do this. We can't do
No,
this.
no, we're doing this. No,
We
we're
can't do
no,
this. This is
We're
terrible.
doing this. We're
We're
doing this.
crossing the line, so.
No, we're not. No, I seen this. I say, you know what? Something's in the air. I'm a man of the Lord. This is not of the Lord. So he did cause Joel Embiid to miss the first 2 games of the next series. Okay. Jared McCain. Who did Jared McCain get hurt against?
Indiana?
Indiana Pacers. Who did? Hear me out. Who
You
did
got it.
Damian Lillard get hurt against? The Indiana Pacers. Who did Tyrese Halliburton just get hurt with?
Oh,
Pascal Siakam.
Millie,
It gets deeper though. Hold on, my boy.
Really?
I'm waiting for my list for my boy to send. He sent me a whole joint. Give me 2 seconds.
Millie.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Explain
Really?
the Halliburton injury. Why would he want?
Oh,
Why would
because
he
the
want-
Lord was present that day. That was the full sacrifice. It came full
So the
circle.
Lord, tore. So hold on. So the Lord tore Halliburton's Achilles.
No. You play with the devil. He'll dance right with you. You do what I'm saying? Hear
Oh
me out.
my god.
Hold on.
Hey, yo, listen, bro. Every time one of them players took that step back to plant and push off, it's like the same injury over and over. Dame tried to step back, push off.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum tried to step back, push off. Tyrese tried to step back. That's crazy, bro. That is absolutely insane. And Pascal looks like he's on demon time, literally. Can we get that off screen, brother?
No, keep it on screen, brother. Because
No,
everybody thinks
bro.
I'm drunk. I'm trying to find the full list. I have it here.
I don't want to see that shit.
We need to go full screen, bro,
Yeah.
before he hurts one of us.
No.
Hey.
In the name of Jesus.
Allegedly.
I don't want none of that
I rebuke.
smoke. I don't want none of that
Um,
smoke at all. None of it.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Oh,
So Millie, you have a calf strain of Tyrese Halliburton's caliber. You playing game 6 and 7?
Yes. What? Yes. What are we talking about? NBA Finals? Yeah. I played for less. I played for less with
y'all remember this? Oladipo? Remember
Mm.
that?
Oh my goodness.
He was in the back looking at him though, just gazing at him. Okay, you can't see. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
Where is it?
He's in the background. He's kind of
It's
circled.
circled right there.
He's circled.
This is like a movie. This is like a haunted movie where the guy's just always in the back when everything bad happens.
So we got that. We got
These are all stars, by the way. This is not like just like a random guy getting hurt. This is
yes. So then we talked about the Tatum injury. His team was on the floor. That witchcraft runs deep. OG Anunoby was on the floor. Crazy.
all right. Now are you reaching now?
Nope,
You're officially
we're
reaching.
not. No,
You're
we're not.
officially
No, we're
reaching.
not.
You're officially
Nope.
reaching.
Nope. Fuck that. No, we're not. We're not reaching. We're making an example.
Bro,
right
OG
now.
is come on, bro.
What?
Wait, we can't do the connection thing.
Yeah,
I
we
was
can't do
with
the
you
connection,
before, like,
bro.
oh, he's talked to him before.
Yeah.
No.
So
We're not giving you that one, brother.
so stop.
Remember? Do you remember when D Book had that nose injury in 2019?
Yeah, he wore the mask.
You know who that was against?
Oh, look at him.
Yep.
See,
Look at
they
him.
trying to get me. You can't stop greatness though, baby. Hey, you can't stop greatness.
Freaking back up, Cam.
Bro, you're reaching right now with the OG Anunoby connection. Oh, he's gone. Yo, Pascal might,
Pascal got him.
Pascal might be running, you know what I'm saying, the internet too. Shit. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like, yo, where do we go from here? Like, there's like a mention of Pascal and his like injury bug demon. He's an injury bug demon.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. Oh my
So,
god.
so now you know I wasn't lying. In Jesus' name, I rebuke. Amen.
Nah, this is crazy.
Yo, nah.
You know
Wait.
when Kyrie hurt his shoulder in 2019? Guess who that was against? You remember when Blake
Pacers?
Griffin hurt his knee in 2019? Guess who that was against?
Pacers?
Mm-hmm. Remember Steph's hand injury in 2020? That was against Pascal as well. Zion 2021 knee injury.
Yeah, we can't use Zion.
You can use Zion.
No, we can't use Zion hurt
2021.
Was
Pascal.
Siakam on all of these teams?
Yes. He was on the team as it was happening. He was on the team. Yeah, man.
I don't know about the Zion one. That boy stay hurt.
No, but 2021, that was like the beginning. Like that was 4 years ago. Yeah, they're trying to block my shine right now, chat. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. we will prevail. Don't worry.
We done won. We done won.
Yeah, we will prevail. Ain't that crazy about how we talk about it and then the shit start happening in real time?
Bro, Pascal has nothing to do with that camera right there, man. I've been having microphone issues. You've been having camera issues at the beginning of the time. Millie be having Wi-Fi issues. I thought we established this already.
This Elgato symbol has never appeared on my laptop ever. Like this specific one, ever. I've never seen this in my life. Ever.
That's true.
First time. I'll be back.
There
Don't
he
worry.
is.
We're back.
There he is.
And then we're
Yeah,
changing
man.
subjects.
Sometimes you gotta just shed truth. You know what I'm saying? Shed light to the truth, man. We can't let the darkness win.
That's nasty, though. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of nasty, Pascal. You're on the floor with all the
Hey, sometimes
all of them?
shade a coincidence.
And we talking about real injuries, like year gone.
Bro.
A year of your career gone.
After we see him doing the little, you feel me? No, I can't rock with that, bro.
No, that's nasty. That's nasty. Hey,
Someone said I got my camera at Ross Dress for less. What the fuck?
No, that's crazy. Who said that?
All right, let's go ahead and continue. All right.
I think people are asleep, fellas. I think people are asleep on Anthony Simons and how good he's gonna be.
Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
All right, bet.
Washington Wizards, Chris Middleton has picked up his $33 million player option. This is the last piece of good contract he gonna get. So that's smart. I would have took every penny I would have got. Had he opted out, he wasn't gonna get $30 million a year from any team. So this is like, huh?
How did he like deteriorate? What happened?
Bro, injuries. I think he had like a calf injury. He's never really been athletic ever. He's been just a scorer. He just ran his course. He's been in the league for a while. He just ran his course. This is probably the last piece, like I said, last piece of good contract that he's ever gonna get. Someone said him. Oh yeah, actually, him and Jordan Poole. So Jordan Poole got traded. So it's him, CJ McCollum, and Marcus Smart. Someone said this is like a washed R&B group who needs bread, so they're touring every night.
Literally.
And then they showed a picture of them three, and it just looked nasty.
Bro, Marcus, I feel so bad for Marcus Smart, bro.
Bro, I know, man.
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks.
This is
3-year
huge.
deal, $60 million. Great signing, $20 million a year.
That's huge.
That's going rate for his position.
That three big lineup out there in Dallas, if they're all healthy at the same time with Kyrie, and then you got Cooper, and then you got Clay still, that I'm telling you, bro. All right.
Yeah, we may have a Mavericks and Magic finals.
Yeah,
you're right.
All right, hold on.
No,
you're right, B.
You get Desmond Bain, and you think you're going to the finals? You get Desmond. Me and Desmond Bain got the same wingspan. Come on, man. Desmond Bain ain't it, man. He a good. He could ball though. He could shoot.
Bro. Time out. You said the Magic to the finals?
I was just agreeing with what B said.
I would streak butt naked. I would streak butt naked if they made the finals this year.
All right,
butt naked.
I'm not gonna lie.
If that's what you want to do,
don't do that, brother.
Bro, they're not making it.
Okay.
I gonna lie, Sel, he's not tweaking because the East is gonna be straight ass next year, and you know that. It's probably gonna be the Magic and Knicks in the conference finals.
It's gonna be the Charlotte Hornets versus Sacramento Kings.
And
Strike.
Yes, you got it. You need a solo
Yeah,
shot.
we're on
you need
strike,
a solo
brother.
shot. You need a
Hey,
solo. You
listen.
need a solo shot, bro.
Listen, man.
You need a solo shot.
Y'all
bro.
better hope the Sacramento Kings never make it to the NBA Finals in the next 3 or 4 years.
my
Because you understand
God.
what's going to happen, right?
He embraced the solo.
Do you understand? Y'all going to have to block me on every social media app because I will be tweeting and Instagram and YouTubing every single day, every hour on the hour. Don't let the Sacramento Kings make
Hell no!
Yeah.
Hell no! It's never happening. It's
Yeah.
never happening. No, sir.
Nigga.
No, sir, chat. Please don't instigate this shit
Yeah.
at all. And he King's out right there. He got Kings all behind him. He got King's jersey, King hat. Lord have mercy. Somebody please go cleanse that. Oh my God. Please, somebody please go cleanse that house. Go cleanse that house, please. He talking about Pascal Siakam. He is being held hostage by that same demon. Please, Lord, we want to please cleanse him with holy water. I beg you, cleanse him with the Holy Spirit. And now he adding 2K. Who is he? Ace Amin versus John the Don? Oh. Oh my God. You are a super fan. Is that Buddy Hill?
Bobby Jackson, nigga.
Chat, please hold him accountable. Please hold him accountable. Please. This is actually worse than any fandom I've seen. This is bad. This is
I
bad.
better put some spec on it, man.
Yo, Sel, please bring up that super chat that just got posted. Yo, Millie is
6
still
players tore their Achilles. Oh my gosh. Oh, DeJounte Murray too, I think.
this year? Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah. He
Millie.
sold from game 6. Millie's camera's gone, brother. He's with Pascal.
Hey, it ain't letting him back. Yo, what just that? Oh, bro, I thought I was like, what the hell happened? I thought somebody.
No. Who do you guys have Sunday? Keanu Burke. Oh,
I think based on the Kel performance, Keon's the favorite.
yeah, Keon's a favorite for sure, man. Burke got to come ready to play. Desmond Bane is the best shooting guard for the Magic
That's the one I
since
was talking
T-Mac,
about.
and the Kings might make the finals in 2055.
I like Trey. I appreciate your donation, brother. A lot. More than usual.
First of all, the first part of that statement, I got to understand it because I don't think Desmond Bane is better than Hino Turkoglu. But what I will say is that second part of that statement, with you 100%. It might be 2065. I'm thinking along those lines. I think Sel's daughter, which is going to be 40 by that time.
They would have sold the team. I mean, by 2030, they're out of there. They're out of Sacktown. You'll be sporting the A's, maybe. You know?
He's going to be a Warriors
maybe,
fan because Cannon's going to be on the roster. Cannon Curry.
Left.
Cannon Curry's going to be on the roster.
A's.
Oh, my gosh, you're cooked, buddy.
It's going to become a baseball show.
Shout out to Shiesty Trey. We appreciate your donation so much.
That was when Vlade Divac was there, was it not?
Great squad, too. That C-Web.
How old were you at that time? About 5?
Like 7.
Oh, my God. That is embarrassing. That's the last time you were in at least in some type of basketball relevance. Would you rather draft? You see, they just want it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it today.
Well, somebody has to answer.
I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it today. You're not triggering me. You're not triggering me today. Like, I feel like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all always trying to trigger people, and y'all know my triggers, and y'all just try to do that out of nowhere. Like, I've been chill this whole live. I ain't been loud, high, you know what I'm saying?
I got a neck cramp.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I caught a cramp in my neck.
You fucking get, man. You and
Drink
that
some more water.
blasphemy.
Stop drinking coffee. How about that?
I haven't drank coffee in a month. Thank you.
Withdrawals.
I got neck fouled. No, but I really got a bad cramp. Oh, okay, we're good.
Oh my god. Hey, fellas. We gotta talk about Ant Simons real quick.
Shooter, scorer,
Bucket.
bucket.
I think at this point he's better than Drew Holiday. Let's talk about it.
See, that's something y'all never been, man. Y'all never been here.
You ever been to the NBA playoffs? I've been to the playoffs like
You haven't been to the actual NBA playoff game. You've never been.
New Orleans Pelicans.
You went?
Yeah, when they played what's that, Golden State?
I'm talking about when Russ, nigga, your team. Your team.
Oh, we
your
never played the
team.
Pels. Never played
But you've never been. You know what I'm saying? Your team is you're not relevant to your team.
I will
You've
say
never
this.
been.
I will say this. I've been to 2018 Rockets versus Oklahoma City. It was late in the season and it was for playoff seeding, so it was kind of like a playoff game.
No, that's not the fucking playoff game, B. Ellis. Anyways. Anyway, the Boston Celtics have traded Drew Holiday to the Portland Trail Blazers for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks, sources tell. So let's break it down real quick, man. The Boston Celtics get rid of this contract from Drew Holiday. They get 2 second-round picks, and they get a 1-year rental. Anthony Simons is an unrestricted free agent after the 2026 season. So their salary cap, when Jason Tatum comes back, is going to be wide open, super smart. They can then re-sign Anthony Simons if he has a great year, or they can let him walk and they still get JT back, and they got 2 second-round picks in the midst of this trade. This is phenomenal. Like Brad Stevens is running a fucking masterclass right now. They unloaded with this in the KP trade. They unloaded over $180 million in cap space. They are now in the first apron. They're no longer in the second apron. Yeah. They're gonna make another big move.
Yeah.
Probably tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think tonight they're making a big move. I can sense it.
I listen, bro. Brad, like you said, so masterclass, bro. The fact that he got off that KP contract and he got off of Drew Holiday's contract, because I'm not really a big KP guy. He wasn't healthy this year. Technically, he wasn't healthy last year when they won it all. So he's never really been like somebody that's in that lineup consistently. And this is the first year that I've seen some Drew Holiday age. I was like, okay, Drew Holiday may not be the same defender as he was during his prime years, etc. And you get a guy like Ant Simons, a young guy that could put the ball in the basket so he could be a legit second option for you alongside JB. I think this is good, man. I think obviously they're probably going to be like a second-round exit this year, but that, bro, to have that with JT coming back the following year, you can have Ant Simons as your third wheel. Pooh!
Yeah,
Brad Stevens working with some magic over there, bro.
Well, they would have to re-sign Anthony Simons, and right now he's getting about $25 million a year. So I envision he's going to want more if he has a good year. I don't know if they'll be able to afford that, but a sign and trade would be a possibility for them come UFA season next year. There's just a lot they could do with this Anthony Simons pick. He's young, he could score.
He brings something. He brings a new element to their team. I think that's the most important thing. Like, he brings a lot of scoring off the ball, particularly. I think it's a good pickup. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that like Derek White and Pritchard are not Drew Holiday, but I think they can hold it down with like they were kind of interchangeable in some ways, those three. Obviously, Drew,
the Celtics playing with fire, man. But like I said, they're not done. So we'll see what they do tonight's draft. Sel should be the head coach of the Kings. Absolutely.
No. You don't want to be in that organization, the same organization as Jeremy Lamb. No. That's against your morals. But what I will say is Drew Holiday is definitely going to get bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers. They're going to start all over. And listen, whoever lands Drew Holiday, you know what you're getting, bro. And I heard Sel say Houston. I'd rather Houston get Drew Holiday than Russell Westbrook. I think that would be a better fit.
But you know what's crazy though? Why I fear a buyout won't happen.
Go ahead.
The Trailblazers traded for Drew Holiday before he went to Boston the year they won a chip.
I know.
And now they're trading for him again. I doubt they let him go a second time. I think they're gonna just keep him and let the contract stay there.
How many years he got left?
Huh?
How many years he got left
on the contract?
Yeah.
I think he has one more year. Oh no, he's on that extension. He is getting.
Oh
shit!
They're keeping him.
Yeah, they're keeping him. Yeah, no buyouts happening for sure.
Yeah.
He's in a contract with a player option for $37 million when he's 37 years old. He's not opting out of that. He's gonna get every dollar.
But who is his agent? Jesus Christ! They got Drew getting max dollars. I know it ain't max dollars, but Lord, for his services, that's like if there was a max contract for role players, he got it.
Bro, he signed a vet extension. They got his bird right, so he was able to. Oh my gosh!
I mean, they got it. They got a championship.
They did, 100%. But bro, age 37, getting $37 million. Like I said, that's going to be the last contract he sees in that ballpark. When he comes to UFA, he might retire. I think he might retire at this age. I can see it happening.
That's not after winning 2 chips. I mean, what else Drew want to do, man?
Bro.
What else, Drew? Oh my God, you immediately go back to that. Jesus.
I went to the movies last night. First of all, nobody goes to the movies anymore. That's one thing.
Bro, I love the movies, bro. I don't know why nobody want to go, them. Bro.
I be going to the movies.
Yeah, I went to see 28 Years Later.
I heard it's a good one. Don't tell me.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Y'all remember 28 Days Later when we were young? Came out when we were young. It's just a sequel, I guess.
And I'm about to watch my boy Zay. Probably go Zay and Trio.
Boston could go ahead and wash the season. You ain't winning nothing. But what you gonna do?
I don't know, bro.
Go ahead.
It's just if they trade Jaylen Brown today, it's cooked. But
they better not trade that dude, bro.
Oh, they're taking teams are calling and giving serious offers for JB and Derek White right now as we speak. So if an offer comes that you can't,
that's not right, bro.
Like, hey, we want Jaylen Brown, we'll give you 7 first, like some bullshit, like some 7 first-round picks. You never know what a team might do. That draft capital is so important.
What team you think, or not even title contender, but just like a middle of the road team that could use JB right now?
I think it has to be in the East. I don't see Miami.
Okay.
I mean, I can see in Miami, but I don't see that happening. I can see Detroit. I can see in Orlando, honestly, to be honest. But if it's out west, I can see a Golden State-esque, but they don't have enough. I don't know if any team has enough to get JB. He's a $300 million player. I don't know if you have enough to get that, to be honest, bro.
There's no way they get on. I don't know how they gonna get rid of JB, man. That boy, like you say, he making 300 M's.
Fuck. Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie. That is a fact, though.
He said Hawks.
That is a fact. I don't know why y'all keep trading top PGs. Now watch what's that boy named? De'Aaron Fox. He gonna mess around and make a Western Conference Finals run. And you gonna be sweating because we're gonna be on this live talking about how once again another Kings point guard is doing his thing alongside Wembanyama. And don't let Chris Paul be his mentor during those big moments. He might win a championship.
Chris Paul's gone, brother. Free agent. I've already talked to De'Aaron Fox's camp. They've actually welcomed me with open arms to be a San Antonio Spurs fan.
I don't know. No, De'Aaron. No, Millie, no.
No, I want to see the switch up.
Verbatim.
I want to see the switch up.
Verbatim. He texted me. He goes,
because then you have no grounds.
He said you can now be a Sacramento Kings fan.
Then you have no grounds, brother.
You said no what?
Once you switch up, the respect there's the NBA team respect fandom goes out the window.
No. See, I follow where my good friends go. You know, I still support my good friends
Wait a
that I
second.
know personally.
Millie,
I
hold
support Kyrie Irving. I
Hold
supported Jalen Williams from OKC.
I feel
actually
that.
both Jalen Williams.
I support a lot
on.
of
Just support the whole
NFL
league
players,
because I know you know
but
more players than that.
I've
No,
loved the
I support
Jags.
guys that
I've loved
that
the
we know each other,
Jags.
not just you feel me that I'm fans of.
I've
support
loved the
guys that support me.
Jags. I'm a fan of the Jags since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, regardless of who's in and out, I'm a fan of the Jags first.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I support the players that's a true fan. I'm a fan of
Kings
the
fan
franchise.
first.
I'm a fan of the franchise because that's the city I'm from.
Exactly. Which BLs can't talk.
No, don't put me in here because y'all two are debating.
No.
No.
Me and Emily actually agreeing here.
No.
Well, I don't know. Are you going to San Antonio? Like what?
No.
What's your plans for the
I
future?
said I'm a diehard Kings fan, but I'm gonna support San Antonio. I'm gonna support Dallas Mavericks.
Support the whole league.
I'm gonna
then.
support OKC
Just
because these are guys that support me, so I support them.
Support the whole league. Then just go ahead and say
No.
NBA.
See, I'm not saying I'm supporting the Lakers. I don't know LeBron. I can't say
ridiculous. What other players do you know from other teams? Go ahead and tell us.
Shout out, you say I support Davion Mitchell, Miami Heat. You dig what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. So that's another team. Millie, I mean,
Well,
Lord,
I just support those guys.
no, you support the NBA. You're no longer a King supporter. You're an
I
NBA
support
supporter.
John Collins. You feel me?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now we know what's going on around here, fellas. If any of those guys win the NBA championship within, like, let's say the next 4 or 5 years, he's gonna be
I would say
yeah.
congrats to so and so. I wouldn't say congrats to the team.
You're
I would never say congrats
to Miami Heat
to the
and
Spurs.
so and so. You're
I
gonna
would
say
never say
congrats to the Spurs
OKC.
and so
I
and
would
so.
say congrats to Jalen and Jalen.
You did just clap because you got offered to be a Spurs fan.
Yeah,
you were
I got the
happy
offer.
about.
I didn't accept it. I said I'll support De'Aaron.
You're lying. If De'Aaron says, "Sell, we in the West Coast Finals. I got seats for you," you're going.
To support De'Aaron, 100%.
Yeah, to support. I'm with
and
you.
You're not gonna be in Kings gear, buddy. You're gonna be in that gray, black, and silver.
No, I'm gonna be in that De'Aaron Fox jersey with
And
Fox
that's
on the
gray,
back.
black, and
that's,
silver.
you feel me? I'm gonna support my boy De'Aaron, 100%. Just how this year when I was sitting courtside with his boy and his wife, you know what I'm saying, watching him play Utah Jazz, we did a whole video together. Like I'm gonna support De'Aaron.
Of course.
Like I had his Fox logo and all that. You feel me? That's just love and respect.
No, you
See
can
what
respect,
I'm saying?
You can respect him and say, "Y'all ain't winning. Y'all, I'm not pulling up."
No.
Out of
I'm gonna
respect of
pull
my
up and support
squad,
dog,
my
man.
hometown
Like, what you
squad.
talking about,
I'm not
man?
pulling up
BLS
to
is
San
a
Antonio.
demon.
No. I'd pull up San Antonio to watch my dog in the playoffs. I would go.
Of
But
course.
See, this is where it changes though. Then my best friends, let's say DJ Wilson, he gets back into the league. I'm 100% supporting that team as a fool because that's like, you feel me? That's sandbox. Other guys that support me,
totally
but like my real best friend was in my
different.
wedding. He get back into the league. Like when he was in Milwaukee, I was rocking Milwaukee everything. You feel me? I was supporting.
Yeah, that's different.
You feel what I'm saying? So once they traded him, it was fuck him. Feel me? Real talk.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep it 100. Like, okay, bet you trade my boy. Bet.
No cap. You look like you star in ATL right now. You got on.
Hey, look,
got on
man.
2 caps.
But look, hear me out though. Hear
jersey.
me out. I'm a true, you feel me, like supporter. So like DJ go to Michigan, I got a Michigan jersey. You go to Milwaukee, I got a Milwaukee jersey. He go to Houston, I got a Houston jersey. You go to Toronto, I got a Toronto
That's
jersey.
too many jerseys, bro. That's too many jerseys, bro.
What you mean?
That's too many
All of them
jerseys.
got Wilson on the back.
There's too many jerseys, bro.
We got a super.
My bad. We do got super. I gotta get to, man. Can't sit there and debate with fucking foolish BLs, man. Who's the most polished overall player in YouTube hoops? Keon. Debate.
All right, fellas? What is the
Debate me, nigga.
No, what is the definition of polished? So we're all on the same page because we may have different. definitions.
Like their game is polished, like particularly. Well, I don't want to say particularly offensive skills, but just overall polish. You know what polish means? Like, really the best pro. Who's the best pro?
I think Keon's up there. I think in a team setting, Jay Horn's up there. I think Iso Tay's up there. I think Nas is up there. I think. That's a great question.
Are we counting Eugene now? Because Eugene's on
I
a
can't. No, I can't because I'll just go
not enough
Eugene.
games. Zay, you throw Zay up there.
Yeah, I could throw Zay up there as well. Polished though, team setting. I'm going Jay Horn, bro.
Yeah. Just for the term. I mean, just for the term itself, he probably has one of the best skill sets, honestly, all around.
Yeah.
One-on-one, probably.
That doesn't always lead to winning. You know what I'm saying? There's
facts.
so many other aspects of basketball, but as far as polished, yeah, it probably is Jay Horn.
One-on-one, probably not.
Nesco,
yes,
for sure.
yes.
Jay Horn and Nesco, I would say, are probably two of the
Nesco
most
is
polished.
100%. Yeah, I love watching Ness. I like watching Ness just like get into like, especially in the one-on-ones, like he'll use all four of his dribbles and like escape to wherever he goes to. Let's say the defender is still there, he'll ball fake. He's never, his game doesn't stop after he picks up his dribble. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Bless you. Always under control too. I like that too.
Yeah,
that's actually a good question. That'd be a good topic.
That is a good topic.
Who's the most we can come with a full list and break it down.
Yeah, I would love
Is
to
there
do
a
that.
timetable for Darnell versus Malik? BLS, do you know? I don't know anything.
I don't know, Brody. They faced off a few months ago, but after that, it kind of died down, bro. I can't really give you a timetable on that one-on-one. We'd love to see it, though. We'd love to see it. I would like to. Go ahead, Sal.
Go ahead.
I just want to see Malik get more matchups, man. He works hard. He's undefeated, and you know what I'm saying. Malik needs some more matchups that make sense for him. He's a good player.
Can we have some accountability, real quick? Mills talking about this Orlando shit. He got a Phoenix Suns jersey on. The fuck are we talking about?
It's my only jersey.
Chat. His only jersey is a Phoenix Suns jersey from an Orlando Magic fan. Does that make sense to y'all, or am I tweaking?
This is.
BLS doesn't even have an OKC jersey. BLS doesn't even have a team.
I had a fake OKC jersey.
You niggas ain't bought in like that.
So you're saying I'm not bought in because I don't have the team's jersey?
Absolutely.
You
can go to Poshmark and get one for $5. You're not bought in.
Well, to be fair, I'm really not bought into the Magic, so that is fair. That's fair.
Chat, can you bring a Walgett super chat, brother?
I am bought into the Jags.
Let's get this one. BLS, give me a score. Moon versus Peters at 30.
No comment.
Oh, no comment.
Yeah, no comment. No comment. You're not about to do Louisiana crime around me.
Walgus, B, I purchased something on your website and I got my payment sent back. He sent 50 to send a message. Oh my god.
That's actually crazy.
Do I have to buy the merch again?
No. Walgus, I'm not gonna lie, brother. Accountability on my end. I gotta take them tracksuits off my site because I don't have no more. I don't know why people are still purchasing it. I don't have any more in the inventory. So I'm about to go to my website right after we get off live on my Shopify and take that off because I don't have any more. That's why I sent you payment back, bro.
Bro, accountability. Yeah, you should. What are we?
I don't know, bro. My mind be racing worse than Scotty sometimes, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. So,
all right, let's talk about this KP trade real quick, man. Boston, Atlanta, and Brooklyn are finally three-team trade that sends KP and a second-round pick to the Hawks, Terrence Mann, and Atlanta's number 2 pick, 22 pick to the Nets, and Georgie's, I don't know how to say his name, Niang, and a second rounder to the Celtics. So this is just a throwaway player, and you get a second. And you get a second round for the Celtics. Like I said, the Celtics aren't done. They get off that K. How much is KP's contract? I know it was hefty.
Whatever it is, he finessing. You need to get that contract to Peyton Pritchard.
I gotta use the restroom, fellas.
All right, brother.
Why isn't this popping up?
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, KP got to find a way to stay healthy for the duration of a year. He got to play 65 games, bro.
Facts.
Come on, man.
30 million next year, so he'd been UFA. He's only 30.
Exactly. It seems like he's 33 out there the way sometimes. And what was his issues last year in the playoffs? What was going on with him? Illness.
Bro,
he said, I'm not feeling
they
well.
said it was an illness they've never seen, or like he's something that they've never dealt with. But the side effects was something that it's a whole conspiracy going on right now, man. Yeah, I'm all the way down. I'm not going to talk about this one because I'm not going to assume. But this one right here, we can assume something. You do what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. Accountability, bro.
brother. First of all, I'm just so happy the Celtics got off this contract. I mean, the team. I think the team reached its peak with that core in year one. And I didn't think I thought they was gonna make it back to the finals if everybody stayed healthy, but I didn't think they was gonna beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series. I really didn't think they was gonna beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series. That team reached its peak, bro, especially with Chris Stapps. I mean, you get George Niang, he gonna provide some, you know what I'm saying, spot up shooting, but he's a throwaway player. I'm curious to see what they do going forward because Brad Stevens gonna find a way, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna find a way.
Like I said, as a coach, he was terrible, but
he was.
As GM, he's amazing. The Celtics are now out of the salaries cap's second apron. So for those that don't know what the second apron is, I can read it better than I can explain it. Hold on. Because a lot of people don't understand what the second apron is. So we're going to try to explain this in the most simplest terms. Okay. So the second apron in the NBA is a spinning threshold that triggers additional layers of penalties for exceeding certain limits. The second apron works. The second apron is the final spinning limit franchises can go into before facing severe team building penalties. First, there's a luxury tax, which helped the Golden State Warriors build a recent dynasty with Jimmy, Dre, Steph, even including KD and Clay back in the day. By the way, Draymond, KD, and Steph are taking up 90% of their salary cap. They're cooked.
Say that one more time.
Draymond, Jimmy, and Steph are taking up, I think, 90%. It's like 85 or 90% of their salary cap.
Oh, that makes me smile.
Yeah,
that makes me smile. Shout out Flight, bro.
So the second apron goes even further. So teams with significant payrolls are likely to break up their roster after a few years, Celtics, which can affect long-term planning. When did the second apron? All right. In every 25 season, 26 season, the salary cap is projected to be $154 million. Okay. So for those that don't know what that means, can you guys see this? Is this too zoomed out? Try to zoom this in. Perfect. All right, let me zoom this out. So what this means here is, for those that don't know, that the projected salary cap is $154 million. So for that year, your cap before you hit penalties has to be under 154. So if BL signs for 30 million, I sign for 40, and Mills signs for 45. That's 85 plus 30. That's 115. $115 million amongst three players. Now you only have about 40 or so million to spend on the rest of the roster for that year. So that's why when you have big three contracts, like the big threes and stuff like that, the teams usually look kind of cheeks because they're so top heavy. Golden State Warriors. Now, the luxury tax is projected to be $187 million. Now, that's where you can go above your cap and get into luxury tax, where I believe you're spending like $1 million per million you spend. So like for each $1 million you spend, I believe it's like $1 million in taxes you spend to the league, some crazy shit like that. And the first apron is another $8 million over. And then the second apron is where you spend your most penalties and taxes. If that makes sense. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I hope the chat can understand.
If you go over that salary cap limit, there's tax penalties placed on the team that they don't want to be a part of, because what I just heard from you, $1 million for $1 million, hell no.
So look, here's some examples. So first apron, the key penalties for teams in the first apron and second apron. We're gonna do some history lessons today. Sign-in trades are not permitted if the player acquired keeps the team above the apron. So a D'Angelo Russell, let's say that sign and trade from the Nets to the Warriors. If they were over the salary cap, it doesn't affect it because it's a sign and trade. So that contract is going to be gone anyways. You cannot sign players who were waived during the regular season if their salary was above 12 million, which is the mid-level exception, which is huge, which is very huge. So you're finding guys that are in that 12 to $20 million that range, and if they get to a buyout, the teams that are on that first apron can't get that player. That's why it's such a freaking small window of opportunity to get good mid-level exception players. Salary matching and trades has to be within 110% instead of the 125% teams in good standing get. Pretty self-explanatory there. Now this is where it gets tricky. Second apron includes everything in the first apron. You cannot access the mid-level exception in free agency. So Kyrie's contract, he signed for $40 million a year. but he had a kicker in there that allows him to access $5 million this year to get a mid-level exception guard, Chris Paul, Malcolm Brogdon, D'Angelo Russell, which is huge. Now they have a point guard that they can still play this season, right? You cannot trade first-round picks from 7 years out. So simple. Cannot use trade exceptions from previous years. Cannot use cash in trades. First round pick moves straight to the end of the first round if the team stays in the second apron for 3 or 5 years. So basically, no lottery picks if you're in the second apron for 3 to 5 years, for 3 of 5 years, that's huge. So if you're ass, Suns, but you're you're in that second apron for 3 to 5 years, you're not getting a lottery pick. Automatic goes to the late first round,
bro.
Yeah.
Now I completely understand why the Celtics said it's time for y'all to go.
Yeah, bro, you gotta get out that.
Go.
The second apron is, let's see, who's in the second apron this year? Celtics will be out. Boom. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Phoenix Suns, yes. Houston Rockets, but they got the KD trade. New York Knicks and Denver Nuggets are approaching that amount. So Denver Nuggets, interesting. We have the Aaron Gordons, the Jamal Murrays, the MPJs, people that
the MPJ has to go. He's not.
They're gonna get moved.
Yeah, like MPJ impact is not that potent to have him and be facing all these penalties, man. I don't think I could say Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon took a leap this year. He got his highest 3-point percentage. I think he shot in the 40s. So he's continuously to progress. But I haven't seen no progression from MPJ to keep him on that roster.
Yeah.
So
Mills, you good over there? Just want to make sure checking in.
Yeah.
That was a lot of information. I apologize.
No, you're good.
that was education, nigga.
Because you know who I really watched to learn a lot of that too? I watched Kenny Beecham.
Yeah, really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, he's good at breaking that shit down like to a T.
Really good.
Let me see them real quick.
I would probably say he's at the top of NBA content creation, right?
Yeah, both. He's number one, him and Low. But just for instance here, y'all. Michael Porter Jr. will be getting $38 million this year and $40 million next year.
Bro,
they're going to be in the second apron very soon here. So, is the 1v1 space becoming too money hungry and greedy? Great question. I think yes.
Millie?
Is it becoming too money hungry and greedy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough question. Because I think as the space grows, more money comes into it and players cost more and things like that. So let me just ask you, so why do you think it is?
The reason why I think it's becoming a little money hungry, in my opinion, is and greedy, is just the betting side of it. I think it is a lot of entitlement. Like, yes, more money comes in, you want more money, absolutely. But I think people have to understand when it comes to YouTube basketball, this isn't a $1 billion corporation. This isn't the NBA. This isn't the EuroLeague that they have millions of investors that are just putting their money in. This is still fairly new. This is the equivalent for me. I might be super left field with this, but like the WNBA is still fairly new. It started in 1999 or 2000. So it's like we're in the first 2 or 3 years of like this heavy 1v1 scene becoming potent. So I think players are going to end up pricing themselves out. And it's kind of the same thing when you're dealing with brands and brand deals. You don't want to price yourself out. You want to build a relationship up so that when that brand becomes more lucrative, then the deals become more lucrative. So that's what I've learned in business. Now everybody's entitled to their own opinion in terms of cash and how much like they think they should be getting like that. But I do fully understand, as being a business owner, I understand the business model. And it has to make sense. But that's why I think it's getting a little greedy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I do. Wait, go ahead, B. I want to hear your opinion.
I just think people. I think as platforms are getting into. All right, how do I phrase this, man? There's gonna start being bidding wars, and that's just the reality of the situation with some of these players. And what leads to that is overpricing. And I think that can happen based on the the amount of people that are going to tune into said event based on the amount of money you spent on said player. So I think that's a thing. And honestly, man, as the space continues to grow, I think, which is why when Sarah brought up the rankings, that is a thing, because now the minute a guy wins a few one-on-ones, all of a sudden he's going to price himself or overprice himself. And as a result, he's not going to want to take particular matchups with other players that are still probably, what's what I'm looking for? He should take, but he doesn't because he won a few one-on-ones now. You feel like, oh, no, I won. My price should go up. But in all actuality, you don't even fill out all the phases of a content creator for your price to even go up. You know what I'm saying? So I think overpricing and bidding wars are definitely going to happen for the players that aren't signed.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think that's how markets are. That's how market prices grow, is just because I want this player and I'm going to pay a little bit more than you, and then it just kind of climbs. So I mean, ultimately, I think it's good for the players, but it may get to a point where it's unreasonable. You know what I mean? If it continues to climb, it's like, I think the players have to be aware of kind of how much revenue they can even bring into a company before asking for, an absurd amount, I guess.
I'll give you another example too. Maybe you guys can disagree, but the housing market in 2020, when we first entered it, there are people offering $50,000 to $100,000 over asking, because the rates were so low, so everybody was super competitive. It was a seller's market, so everybody was just overpaying. So then the market always corrects itself. So then you're paying $50,000 to $60,000 over asking, and your house equity might drop a little bit below that after time, but it'll eventually go back up. But it's just saying, what I'm basically saying is, people overpay for certain stuff just because they're like, well, I need it. But then, like, they're not logically thinking, like, am I overpaying for this property, for this product? Because at the time it's such a low buy, and you're like, I'm just gonna overpay and outbid this person. But then in the long term, you're like, damn, I kind of price myself out, because now what happens is, I bought this house, let's say, for $600,000. Every other house in the Compton area are going for $450,000. I already priced myself out. They're getting more equity because I overstepped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a trickle down effect. If we're paying one player $50,000, that player's pride and ego might kick in to where now he's not taking nothing less than that. He might price himself out.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening with a lot of the top guys, in my personal opinion.
Bro, and what's crazy is the way this space is growing, there's always going to be a new guy, bro. There's always going to be a new guy. And also, this is the reason why I don't have an issue with either. Like, okay, so we have two sides of YouTube basketball, right? One side has the business model of, I'm building a league over here, and I want all these players to be a part of my league. And then you have this side over here that wants to go, oh yeah, go here, and just get you back. Neither is wrong to me, but this side over here is basically saying, yo, we have our own thing. We're trying to build this as UFC and have our players, our guys fight here, aka play here, to where we can build them up. You know what I'm saying? So to the point where there's no bidding wars. It's just our guys over here. You know what I'm saying? But it got to get to that point. You have to grow it to that point. You have to create ideas to get to that point. And to be honest with you, like Sel said, it's a 2 or 3 year thing. Shit, it may take 10 years. 15 years to get to the point where guys are over here and it's your league over here, and they just bidding warring over here about who are, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah, it takes time.
Great question. I spent $50 because I support what you guys do, and I put my all into what I support. It wasn't so much for the question, all love.
Appreciate you,
brother. August.
Yeah, no, real talk. I appreciate the support, bro. 100%.
Dead ass.
That was a great question. That should have been a topic, fellas.
It can still be a topic.
We
can still break it out. Like, we were just spitballing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk about that. We gotta write these down before I forget.
Yeah, I'll put it in notes.
Yeah. Please put that in notes.
What was the first one? You remember?
Most polished player. Most polished player, and then is a 1v1 space becoming too money hungry. That'd be perfect, because then we could really get into that. Y'all should do an SGA breakdown. Obviously, he's a very skilled player, but the foul baiting has become hard to watch, even if it's a skill accountability for Shea. Does he deserve the combos he's in? So, Michael, man, I would love to know how old you are, because if you're worried about his foul baiting, SGA, and I know I troll a lot, he's not even in the top 5, like I think MVPs in the past decade in free throw attempts per game. But you got to go watch Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade. They popularized the foul baiting, and no one said nothing then. No one said anything then. The up fake jump right into him. Everybody was like, "Oh, Kobe's so skilled." But the moment Shea do it, it's like, "Oh, that nigga Shea foul bait." You know what I mean? So it's like you really have to go watch a lot of film. Kobe and Dwayne were doing it at a high rate, and nobody said nothing.
Kobe's my GOAT. Just wanted to say that.
I respect that, Millie. I can't say nothing about that. Can't say nothing about that at all. I have no debate.
I'm gonna say this a lot. I don't want to say because I'm gonna get a lot of hate if I say this, boy.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
You think you get hate?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of
your
hate.
opinion?
Yeah, well, let me say. I'll tell you. A lot of these guys wasn't Kobe guys.
Who?
Not you specifically. I'm talking about a lot of these people were not valuing Kobe as he should have been valued prior to the tragic accident.
Who are you talking about, though? Just media personnel,
general.
or
yes,
okay.
In general,
Media,
a lot of these guys
okay.
were not understanding Kobe's greatness.
Yeah,
until after the tragic accident.
My dog is 10. His name's Kobe. But I feel you though. I think it's there's definitely something around that conversation where people are a little bit scared to like, or they feel like they need to lean into showing more support because of the accent and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Low-key Nas' attitude is ruining the YouTube space. I wouldn't say that. Like one person can't ruin a whole space in YouTube, my personal opinion. It's too many creators out there.
Yeah.
A community can, though. A community can kind of help that. But one person.
All right, well, let's compare the mindset of the previous. I think that the park takeover stuff kind of started and led into the one-on-one stuff. Do you guys agree with that or disagree?
No. I mean, yes, I do. I do think park.
You mean the competitive 1v1 stuff?
Yeah, like the space we're in now, I think started with takeovers and then like it shifted into.
Do we give credit to Friga on that one? Because he used to go 1v1s after the park run. He would go 1v1s with the guys in the park, like the top
Scotty
guys.
too. Scotty too.
Scotty
with the wild hunt. With the wild hunt.
Yes.
So it kind of like, go ahead, B.
Okay, so wait, so are we trying to figure out the origins of one-on-one?
No, I was getting to a point. Nah.
Oh, go ahead,
Mills.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I know people have been playing one-on-ones forever, and I know that like Free Smoke and all them have been doing it.
Okay.
I was definitely not saying that. I'm just saying on the YouTube side and why it kind of blew up the way that it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, because we're talking about the attitude.
Oh yeah. What let me tell y'all what attitude community wise did you guys enjoy more? The park takeover attitude and some of the guys within that, or the one-on-one space and the attitude of it now?
It's a good question.
That's a great
topic. Do you think that it was a healthier community?
I'm writing that down.
Write that down.
Yeah.
I think, just not to get too deep into it, the park takeover was very interesting because no matter what, we knew we were going to find a new personality every video, whether it's in a crowd, whether it's on a court, whether it's the people playing that on the team running the park run, or the people that are stepping on the court to play. In the 1v1 space, it's kind of limited because you kind of know what you're going to get from per player. So it's kind of like, all right, we're expecting this, and if we don't get that, we feel a little let down. So for me, I like the park takeover because I never knew what to expect. I was like, this is going to be fire. People going to be hooping. Like when Free came to Sacramento, you see everybody pop out. You see different personalities. It's kind of cool, but it gets tricky because of more personalities. Responsibility. So
yeah,
I don't know.
This is a question that's hard for me to answer because I started locking in on YouTube really during the park takeover scene, but I love the one-on-one scene just as much.
I think the one-on-one scene.
I got to think about that one.
I wasn't even asking about asking the question of which scene is better, because I think the one-on-one scene and the way that I enjoy basketball is better because it's more about winning and it's more about getting better and pushing yourself and challenging yourself. And one-on-one is like the ultimate way to sharpen your sword. But I was just more so asking, like, I guess the attitude of the community, and like, do you think guys were just more willing to just go play for less in the park takeover
100%. Yeah,
days?
yes.
Or like, do you think it was just more easygoing in the ways that I see some fans and getting frustrated with now is like, why won't you check up? You know what I mean? I think it was a little bit more easygoing maybe in the park takeover phase in terms of like, I want to say egos maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because it's just me and another person when we check up. Then the 5v5 space, you may have a matchup that this is a guy you don't like, but you're not going to be continuously going back and forth with that guy unless there's a particular moment within that park takeover. You know what I'm saying? And that 1-on-1 to 30 is you and him the whole time. So your ego and pride is on the line, like from start to finish. With the park takeover, there may be a particular moment within that park takeover where your ego and pride is on the line, and then you may be able to come back, like on game 2 and get your get back real quick. If I lose in that 1-on-1, I may have to wait 6 months to a year to get my get back on a guy that beat me to 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more easy in that 45 space.
That's why I kind of, I'm not saying I like the park takeovers more, but like that shit built a huge community because those moments was what people were seeking. Those go back and forth moments, because all I can think of is and one mixtape where they're in Rucker Park or they're going to Dykeman or they're in different areas where the people are waiting for that back and forth moment between Hot Sauce and the Professor, or like a helicopter, you know what I'm saying? A1, like there's just so, I mean, like AO, like there's just so much half mad, half amazing. Like you're sitting there waiting for those moments to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like in the 1v1 space, we have so many characters, but like nothing to me compares to that N1 mixtape to the park takeover. You got the Bone Collectors popping out. It was just so special. The Escalades of the world. Like I was really a true fan. I remember when they used to go on the N1 mixtape tour, which kind of influenced Frigga and them when they're doing their wild hunt stuff and all that, like whatever they want to say it or not, it subconsciously influenced it with like the Frigga fam. But I remember that there was one dude I gravitated towards. His name was Spider. And I was just like, he had the braids and all that shit. And I was like, dude, like this dude is fire. And that's what kind of got me to watch it even more. And then I started to find out, about Air up there, about all these guys. And I'm like, these dudes are like, this is so fire to me.
It was an era, bro.
It had its lifespan, but when it died, like it died. I think the only thing now that could bring back park basketball, first of all, what Frigga is doing is innovative. He's just really good at YouTube. Really, really good, really smart. But I think the only thing where people would probably be interested in this thing is if the East Coast got back together for a reunion tour, the OG East Coast team. Like if we announced that, I do think that people would be interested in seeing that. But at this point, I do think it's park basketball is pretty much dead for now.
What do you think it'll take?
Hey, a text, phone call, a few phone calls.
Y'all should fucking do it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I should do that shit.
Can you imagine just even having the conversations of like what's been up? Because we really all lost communication, kind of.
Slim outside too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Outside,
bro. You got to get the original East Coast squad back together.
The original East Coast squad tour, reunion tour, would be crazy.
East Coast? Would you call it East Coast squad, like reunion tour?
Yeah, probably just East Coast ECS reunion tour.
Do a 5-city tour,
dude. It would that would go crazy. Other than that, I think it's tough for like I do think it got repetitive with the park basketball and stuff, but
y'all gotta do it, man.
You just planted a seed. Water it.
Yep.
Water that motherfucker.
Just throwing it out there. Slim. You
know what I'm saying? Back outside, just saw him in BR, saw him in NOLA.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tim Carter.
Bro, that's like that. What? That'd be fire as fuck.
That will be fire. That will be fire.
I ain't gonna lie.
You might want to think about that.
Kobe. There are going to be an influx of players who either play because they love the game or guys who play because they see the bag they can they can get just like the NBA. Yeah, that's every level though. You got guys that work because of only the money, not because they love what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I think nothing's different with this space.
Yeah.
Is it smart to skip draft workouts ever? If you're a consensus number one pick, you're probably going to only work out for that team. Like LeBron, he didn't work out for nobody else but Cleveland.
You can't skip them interviews.
Got to go to the interviews, though.
You can't skip the interviews. You got to be vetted, bro. Like, come on, man.
Got to be vetted. I agree. B is a battle rap fan. He knows how it will go. Damn, we missed.
Michael Bell, if you could explain what segment you talking about, I could understand. But I don't understand. I don't understand this one.
Go ahead, Mills. That's for you.
Kobe, my goat too, brother, man. I got introduced to this game because of him when I was like 4 or 5. My dad was a big Kobe fan too. Salute, JB. Yeah, Kobe gets slandered, bro. By the media now, I feel like not slandered, but I don't think that – I think it had happened opposite in the way that you said it, B. I think there's like he doesn't – to me, the top 3 conversation was always him, Jordan, and LeBron. And like somehow Kobe is not in that conversation now. I just disagree with that. I think he's top 3, but that's just my opinion. Everybody's got their opinion.
You got an argument too.
Yeah. It's not a knock on Shea per se. I guess it was more a question on the foul baiting play style talking over Shea, just being an example. I just don't think that play style is good for the game. But that play style has been around forever. Just it's now more popularized because more people are figuring out how to do it. Back then, Kobe was so good at it, D-Wade was so good at it that a lot of guys couldn't figure out like how are they doing this shit so good. Now there's a lot of film out there. People practice that shit, so it's now a part of the modern day era. That's what it is. Oh shoot, Scotty's in here. What's up, Scotty?
Scotty in the chat.
Yo.
But yeah, man. This has been a great live. It's been our longest live yet, I think.
Yeah,
hour 50 in.
Good money.
See how the draft goes tonight, man.
Thanks. I'm gonna be streaming again today for sure. B, are you streaming tonight?
I'm not going. Probably not, bro.
I gotta wait to see what my Kings do, baby. We gotta trade up, baby.
No, y'all done.
Fuck you. All right, let's go through these last supers real quick before we get off here, man. 3 things to improve the 1v1 space if needing it. Write that down. B. Ellis.
Okay.
True. Yeah.
Great topic because off the top of my head, I can't think. One thing I can say is don't care about rank, matchups. How can I say this? There are more matchups out there that make sense that are outside of the rank. Like there's a lot of matchups that people that aren't even ranked that could play top guys that will make a lot of sense that have to happen. So we have to ignore the rank for certain matchups. My personal
focus on the matchup. Yeah.
I don't have any off the top of my head, fellas.
Yeah, we have to think about that. Like to get really deep into it. B. Ellis, no answer. So Sell Millie, Moon versus Peter score. I got Lamar winning 30, 20, 22. My personal opinion.
Bro, I think obviously Lamar is insanely good. But man,
13-4.
Just feel like Moon, we just almost count him out too often.
True.
F it. I'm going Moon 30-29.
Love it. B didn't answer the Russell Kyrie question.
I'm not.
Come on, B. Accountability, man.
You know who I'm going with. He just asking that to trigger you. Everybody know who I'm going with, Sal. He right behind me in his prime, Mohawk Russ.
He's right behind you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the ABC.
You are slick as a
stream. As the money grew, it watered down the culture.
Huh?
Oh, battle rap. He's on my battle rap.
Disagree.
I'm
gonna be honest with you, bro. What watered it down is that or would ruin battle rap culture is that every video would get watermarked, or not watermarked, yellow marked. And as a result, Smack was like, yo, let me do an app for $7.99. And a lot of the fans didn't transition to the app because a lot of the fans are, let's keep it 100, a lot of battle rap fans or people that's tapped in are in the streets, bro. They're not plugging in their bank information or bank card information into something for $7.99 per month. They're just not doing it. That's what happened. If battle rap was able to be posted on YouTube and he would have an app for like, let's say $5 to where he would post a video or post a video on the app, and then like in the next 3 months he would post a battle rap would still be alive and well, but it's just not enough money because it's not lucrative on YouTube.
Great breakdown. I did not know
Yeah.
that. Sell you a legend in the space, but King's cook. Man, F y'all, man. Gosh damn it.
Listen. That's the realest you could get right there. If you can't accept that,
you gotta-
can't accept that, come on, man.